performance, by technology, by styling, by innovation.
Everything has to feel extraordinary. There's no detail too small. There's no stone that gets left unturned.
With the shift now to electrification, it gives us yet another opportunity for a whole new future for the Cadillac brand.
This is what we need. This is what our world needs.
Lyriq announces the next revolution in personal mobility.
It represents ingenuity. It's everything that I went to engineering school for.
It's an honor to represent the crest and
work on a brand that really believes in
changing the world,
not just for us, but for our children and our children's children.
Given the trick,
a wish, or something more steadfast. An electric charge that does more than power a ride. One that lights the way for a new relationship between us and the journeys we take through a world we cherish. Experience anew.
When you're working on a Cadillac, there's this extra sense of commitment because you know that you're responsible for the future technologies of the company.
We're serious about an all-electric future, and we have what it takes to deliver. The Lyriq is built on a new modular electric vehicle platform powered by Ultium. The crown jewel of the Ultium system is the battery cell itself, where our strategy is to use the fewest number of the largest cells possible. These cells are then packaged into modules. This system is a simple, lightweight, and a space-efficient solution, which enables us to optimize the battery energy storage and the layout for each vehicle design. The Ultium propulsion system will be launching with a new chemistry where we've taken a standard nickel-manganese-cobalt chemistry and we've added aluminum, which gives customers more range at lower cost.
We'll be able to achieve much better mileage, much better charging capability.
We've designed Lyriq to achieve 300 miles of range on a full battery charge.
We will also offer both a level 1 and a level 2 AC charging, as well as DC fast charging capability up to 150 kilowatts to make sure that the concern of range and the concern of charge time is not something that will ever get in the way of the Cadillac customer being able to enjoy their driving experience.
When you reflect on what we have to work with in terms of the Ultium propulsion system, the battery technology itself, the drive motors, the controls, that all comes together. Lyriq is just the beginning.
Another memory that makes us whole. Sometimes awe-inspiring, sometimes jubilant, always human.
You spend years at drafting tables, in conference rooms, at computers, math modeling in clay, to get the vehicle to the point where you actually sit behind the wheel and drive it.
The electric propulsion system really opens up a lot of windows for us to offer a wide variety of range and performance options.
The battery pack is tied into the underbody to help stiffen the vehicle such that your handling, your steering feel, and your responsiveness are going to be quick.
The way the Ultium battery is integrated, it really helps us lower the center of gravity.
That combined with a nice wide stance to the vehicle is going to give you a great road hugging experience around corners. We designed this vehicle to have nearly a 50-50 weight distribution, which means
the more precise and the more fun to drive a vehicle is. The fundamental architecture of Lyriq is rear-wheel drive. And then Lyriq goes a step further with a performance all-wheel drive option that offers another drive unit in the front of the vehicle.
So not only are you getting power distribution to all 4 tires, but you're actually increasing your horsepower. This vehicle will be a no-excuses performance Cadillac.
Lyriq is our first execution of a vented roof spoiler, so that allows us to maintain the square back shape of an SUV, but also get the optimal performance.
With EVs, we define performance on dimensions like acceleration and stopping, but it also goes to the range, the charging time, automated driving technologies.
Greet a new era, and the road rises to meet us. The birds renew their notes, and through the air their mingled music floats. Light, sound and color, technology, design, intelligence. New freedoms of form and function lend luxury a soul. Immediately, a subtle fire runs over the skin.
EV luxury is something that takes care of you when you least expect it. It's walking up to a vehicle and have it welcome you and really awaken all of your senses.
When you approach the Lyriq interior, the first thing that'll be prevalent is the beautiful curved 33-inch display.
We have graphics that go all the way to the edge. The beautiful colors. The UX team did a beautiful job.
Traditional heads-up displays have one plane of information. This new dual-plane HUD has two different planes of information. One looks like it's floating on the hood, and another looks like it's floating on the road. It's a step beyond anything we've ever done before.
When it comes to the audio system that we have in the Lyriq, it's a 19-speaker AKG studio. Our goal was to transport the customer into a recording studio. To establish that emotional connection, AKG is the right brand for Cadillac.
Often designing new features that you don't fully understand yet is a challenge. Super Cruise is a great example.
Super Cruise is the industry's first truly hands-free driver assist system, and it'll be coming to the Lyriq. We've added many new features, the biggest one being our lane change on demand feature, where the driver can request a lane change and then the vehicle will execute the lane change on its own.
The components that make Super Cruise actually function, we designed them to be so seamless for the customer that we give them all the space and comfort that they expect in a luxury product.
As we strive,
and we do more than make cars. We exist to make every journey extraordinary, sophisticated and choreographed, seductive and liberating, scored in the key of life's richest moments, of journeys yet to be taken.
The challenge we had was how do we keep moving forward and how do we take Cadillac into a new direction where people see it as still a Cadillac but very much a future-forward vision for Cadillac.
It is a designer's dream to start with an all-new architecture.
Attention to detail with the edges, the surfaces, the fits, the finishes, the selection of materials. We've thought several layers deep in terms of the future of Cadillac.
The interior designers start out with that first read, the beautiful surfacing, striking the lines and making sure that they are uninterrupted. And the placement of woods, metal, the contrast between cool and warm. And that allows for that second read. The third read is that layer of discovery. It's those discoveries that help the customer fall in love over and over again when you open the door. We have this layered approach to the wood and metal, and it's illuminated from behind with a beautiful texture that's also in the speakers below.
If you look on the end of the IP, we've got merlettes in there that's kind of like an Easter egg. As you open the center console, the little drawer opens, and it's beautifully lined like a jewelry box.
And it's the texturing within the metal that you find around the curved screen on the IP. And that same texture you'll find on the multifunctional controller.
It looks like it's made by a watchmaker or a jeweler. That's the kind of surprises that we wanted to develop for a luxury customer.
The exterior design is no longer limited with a constraint of a combustion engine, so
it's an opportunity to really push the fashion of car design.
The Lyriq unveils the new face of Cadillac.
We wanted to reinvent the Crest in a way that looked very technologically advanced, but had a very bespoke appearance.
The black crystal appearance of the grille and the avant-garde lighting are integrated artfully.
When we walk up, the lighting sequences start with the badge, and then it fills in through the grille, pushes the light down and back from the nose to the tail.
My ultimate goal was to make this hands down the best Cadillac SUV that anyone has ever seen.
The Lyriq paves the way for Cadillac's all-electric future. It sets the tone for Cadillac's design language moving forward. It's effortless, it's simple, and it's refined. Lyriq harmoniously blends sculpted surfaces, fluid lines, and next-generation technologies.
Creating Lyriq is just a chance of a lifetime to lead a team that is extremely passionate and creative.
We knew that we were working on something really special when we started to give luxury EVs a soul.
This is going to be one of the most fun to drive vehicles that I've ever worked on.
There's nothing about it that doesn't captivate me. When we get aligned behind a task and a mission and a vision, we can accomplish just about anything.
Never forget, fellow traveler, that you are here, that life exists, that the powerful play goes on, and you will contribute a verse. Introducing Cadillac Lyriq.
Well, this is truly a monumental night for Cadillac and General Motors. Thanks to everyone, especially the team who delivered Lyriq tonight, and all of our employees watching right now. We are live tonight from GM's historic Design Dome, a place that for decades has borne witness to many iconic vehicle designs and kept our secrets hidden until the right moment. Tonight, Lyriq joins that list of vehicles, and the time is right to show the world. The Lyriq is the first Ultium-powered vehicle we've shown publicly, so we've made some history right here tonight. It pairs our next-generation battery technology with bold design that advances the storied Cadillac brand even further. Advanced technology and gorgeous design have been the cornerstones of Cadillac for more than a century. And tonight, Lyriq marks the beginning of a transformation that will shift the Cadillac portfolio to electric over the next decade. And it cements Cadillac's role as technology spearhead for General Motors, leading the way not only in electrification, but also in connectivity and automated driving. The key enabler.
We do get asked this quite a lot related to EV architectures, because the EV architecture does give us choice and allows us flexibility. Now, our customers are turned on by, I guess, a premium luxury proportion, and premium luxury proportion is dash-to-axle, is a sharp profile. I'd defy anyone to call the Lyriq a traditional SUV in form. This is a really, really cool vehicle. The designers got really turned on doing it, and the customers will see that. So as I said, a sharp profile, long dash-to-axle, long wheelbase. What's not to like? I mean, yeah, I'm lost for words. I really can't answer that one any better. It's not a traditional SUV. It doesn't come across that way. Our customers are turned on by premium luxury, and this vehicle exudes it.
Great. Well, I'm standing in the home of GM Design, and I think I've just insulted the design team, so I apologize. I might not make it home this evening. Ken Morris is with us. Ken leads our electrification area of the business, and he's got the next question. It comes from Seoul, Korea. Ken, what is the background of our relationship as a company with LG Chem, and what benefits does Cadillac get from that relationship?
It's a super important relationship. It's bringing together two companies that are bringing the best that we can do and the expertise of both companies, so that we're able to do a very important task for Cadillac and for really General Motors as a whole, and that is to bring battery costs down as far as we possibly can. So General Motors brings 100 years of manufacturing leadership and supply chain understanding to the forefront, and LG Chem brings the chemical know-how and the battery chemistry background, and we're working together and we're helping each other improve. And also, with this partnership, we've actually built a battery plant, or in the process of building a battery plant in Lordstown, Ohio, and that's going to allow us to make the manufacturing side of it as lean and efficient as possible.
Great. We've got a question actually coming in from a customer. It's for Steve Carlisle. Steve, how is Cadillac going to separate them? Competitors have done. I'm not going to say the name. Another question for you. A lot of interest in design tonight, as usual. Will Lyriq's design element be consistent among future Cadillac EVs?
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, the Lyriq sets the benchmark now for where Cadillac's start and design has to continue from here. So all future Cadillac EVs particularly will have the character and some of the detail features that exist inside the Lyriq. Obviously, proportion will be different as we create vehicles that fill out the portfolio, our EV portfolio. But the crispness, the premium proportion, the sheer surfacing, the technicality of the face, I guess the novel execution of the vertical signature in the front and the rear of the vehicle. I mean, the headlamps, in fact, the vertical signature is the headlamp these days. That's the level of technicality in the vehicle. And when you see the rear of the vehicle, it's like no Cadillac you've seen before, and it'll be absolutely recognisable on the road. So it would be a sin for us not to take this as a starting point and then pull it through the rest of the portfolio as we move forward. Yeah. Back to you, Mike.
It's stunning. Thank you to you and the team. Jamie, a big question on the minds of many EV enthusiasts and those who are considering EVs is how long does it take to charge the Lyriq? Could you give us a little insight on charging time?
Yeah, that's a great question, Mike. You know, from the day we started developing the Lyriq, we knew that both range and charging time and charging availability were going to be top of mind for any of our EV adopters. What we tried to do with the Lyriq was make sure that we're providing options to our customers. So the Lyriq will have multiple charging opportunities and options for customers to pick from. We'll offer both a level 1 and a level 2 AC charging. And our level 2 AC charging will offer up to 19 kilowatts selectable charging. We'll also offer DC fast charging with over 150 kilowatts available. So the customer will have the ability to choose where they charge, be it at home, at work, on the go, and how they charge, and make the most of the time they have available to fill their battery. Thanks, Mike.
Great, Jamie. Thank you. Melissa, a question that we've received from a number of journalists.
It's on the minds of the designers as we began the project. If I think about Cadillac, it was the first brand to have an electric starter. It's had a history of innovation all the way through to Super Cruise. And so when we came to this vehicle, which was a clean sheet approach, it really was an opportunity to do what we've done all the way through the history of the brand, which is to artistically integrate technology into the vehicles to make the customer happy, to delight the customer. It begins, I guess, at the front. You know, we talked about this new face, but it actually is radar transparent. It features multiple sensors behind here that are all set up for the Super Cruise system. Or we have the headlamps that Mike mentioned, which are, you know, a world first. You turn to the interior and we've got the 33-inch screen. We've got the decor, which is on the screen behind me, which is a laser cut veneer over metal with backlighting. That's just absolutely incredible. And then hidden features throughout the interior, like the bright blue lined Cullinan jewelry box drawer, or other features, and the rear seat entertainment. So really, for us, this vehicle is kind of the embodiment of Cadillac in the past, but moving it very much into the future. So, thanks.
Mark, I can understand why our designers are excited about Lyriq. I can certainly understand why our engineers are excited about the EV future and the Ultium battery pack, but customer acceptance is something that we know needs to grow.
Developing the Lyriq, this has probably been the most exciting product I've gotten to work on so far in my career. And in the video, you heard Crystal Wyndham say that having a blank sheet of paper is a designer's dream. Having a brand new architecture is a designer's dream. But honestly, for anyone in the automotive industry, getting to start with a blank piece of paper and design a product from the ground up, the architecture, the propulsion system, the interior, the customer interfaces, that's just, that's something that you only get to do once or twice in your career. So having had that opportunity and getting to develop the vehicle in conjunction with the battery and the drive unit and our creative design partners, that's just been really a wonderful experience. Thanks, Mike.
Great. Thank you all, and thank you all for joining us. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Steve Carlisle for some closing remarks.
All right, thanks, Mike.